physical sunscreen versus chemical sunscreen. I'm going to tell you guys what the differences are between the two, who would benefit from it, and how it works on the skin. So let's have a look and see what the differences are between the two and which one would suit you better. Wearing your sunscreen is an extremely important part of your skincare routine on a daily basis. It's exactly the same as brushing your teeth every single morning. You have to do it. It's exactly the same with your sunscreen because you are exposed to UV light and UV rays every single second of the day, unless it's in the middle of the night and everything is pitch dark and there are no lights. So how do you get exposed to UV rays, even if like today it is overcast and cloudy, or if you're in the office the whole day, or even if you're in your home the whole day? Where do all these UV rays come from? They don't just come from the sun when the sun is physically out and shining. The UV rays actually also penetrate through the clouds and enter our homes or offices if you do have windows in your office. We are also exposed to UV rays from our cell phones, laptops, computers, TV screens, as well as fluorescent lights that we have on in our homes, sometimes if it's a little bit overcast and dark, but they are constantly on in our offices because there's not enough big windows for natural light to enter the offices, so there are a lot of fluorescent lights to give us light. Okay, so why do I have to wear my sunscreen every day? I'm exposed to all of these things. The reason is because UV rays causes pigmentation as well as aging, and you want to prevent that because it is easier to prevent these two skin conditions than what it is to treat them. There are two types of SPF. You've got a physical SPF, then you've got a chemical SPF. Let's have a look at your physical SPF first. It's exactly as the name says, it is a physical sunscreen. Some people also call it a mineral sunscreen, and the reason for this is because it contains either one or both of the following minerals, which is your titanium dioxide or your zinc oxide. Now, physical SPF, like it says, is a physical SPF, meaning it does not penetrate into the skin. It goes and sits on top of the surface of the skin and it deflects all the UV rays away from your skin. It doesn't give a chance to actually penetrate. Now, people that would generally prefer wearing a physical SPF is someone that's got very sensitive skins, or even babies and little ones that do have, because they do have a more sensitive skin. Because once again, this sunscreen doesn't penetrate, but also it doesn't contain any fragrances, dyes, or parabens. With your darker skin tones, this SPF is generally a little bit tricky to wear because it tends to give you that grey, purpley look on the skin because of the minerals that it contains. So your skin type 4, 5, and 6 generally prefer not to wear this SPF. Who wants to look grey during the day? Not me, and I'm sure everyone else out there exactly the same thing. Let's have a look at your chemical SPF. You'll be like, oh, stop right there. I am not going to apply chemical SPF for my skin because it is harmful, it contains chemicals. Now, when we talk about chemicals in skincare, it is not the harmful chemicals. It is just a term used for the ingredients that is in the products. I'm just going to give you guys a list of some of the chemicals that you can find in your chemical SPF. It can contain one or two, or it can contain all of them, just so you've got an idea of which ones to look out for. They are oxybenzone, avobenzone, homosalate, octisalate, octocrylene, and or your octinoxate. So these are the chemicals that you can find in your chemical SPF. Now, your chemical SPF is not like your physical. Your physical SPF goes and sits on the surface of the skin and it deflects all the UV rays away. Your chemical SPF is one that penetrates into the skin. So how does it work if it's inside the skin? Well, what it does is it actually absorbs the UV rays, turns it into heat, and then expels it or releases it out of the skin again. This process happens so fast your skin doesn't even know that it is actually happening. So it is happy all the way, it is not getting any UV damage. Now, anybody can wear a chemical SPF, unlike your physical. Your chemical SPF will not leave that white grayish tint on the skin, which is great for your skin type 4, 5 and 6. People that tend to wear your chemical SPF also is ones that is quite active. They do a lot of sports as well as water sports because it penetrates into the skin, like I said, doesn't just wash off as quickly as your physical SPF would. And you still have to reapply it every 2 hours though, because after a while it does wear out. Doesn't matter which SPF you choose to wear on a daily basis, whether it's physical or whether it's chemical. Choose the one that is best for your skin. And also ensure that the SPF factor is nothing less than 30. That is enough to cover you for the day just for your normal daily activities. But if you are someone that is spending more time outdoors, rather go for something a little bit higher, which goes up to a 50. When you look at your SPFs also, please just ensure that it does state that it is a broad spectrum UV protection. That means that it protects you from UVA as well as UVB rays. That was a summary of your physical versus your chemical sunscreen. I hope you guys learned something new today and that you will start applying your sunscreen every single day from today onwards. If you guys have got any more questions regarding sunscreen or anything regarding skincare, please drop them in the comments below and I'll get back to you guys soon. Remember to love your skin, so your skin can love you back because you've only got one, so please take care of it. Stay tuned for some more great tips on how to look after your skin and just in general skincare tips, not just the face but the body as well. I'll see you soon.